we're kind of going into the middle of nowhere. So at some point I'm going to have to turn around. This is kind of nice though. It's pretty hilly. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, how do you intend to afford all of this, Tom? Like, you're a student, an English major, and all this and that. Where's your confidence coming from? And I'm like, guys, for one thing, I'm a car guy, so I will be as frugal as I have to be. I will eat ramen noodles every day if I must. But at the same time, you know, I intend to look into things like working as an automotive journalist, reviewing cars, and also maybe even selling cars, like for instance at like a BMW dealership or something like that. And so, you know, and I can very easily picture myself doing that, like not just the sports cars. While I love BMW sports cars, I can also sell someone an SUV. Like, I'm the reason why my dad got a 340iX drive over a 911 Carrera. Like, I sold it to him. I convinced him to get a BMW over a Porsche, even though he loves Porsches. Which I may not be as good as the guy from that Christmas movie that when this guy started. He's the guy that wanted to. It was the one about getting the brightest house possible with the most Christmas lights. There was the guy that sold the car to the owner of the car dealership. I'm probably not. I might not be that good. If I ever do that, I will let you guys know. But we'll see. I'm pretty confident I can get a job at a BMW car dealership. Why not? Why the heck not? Just as a car salesman, at the very least. That would be more than enough for me. Because everyone always goes, and whenever I say, like, what do you think the average pay rate is of like a car salesman? And people always say, oh, they get paid by commission, so there's no way to really predict it. And so I never really looked it up. But then just yesterday I looked it up and I went, oh, the average pay is actually pretty good. Like, even the minimum is all right. So, like, even if I cut what I earned in half and just put that immediately into savings or invested it or whatever, it's still a decent amount of money allocated for fun stuff. Because I'm not the sort of person that wants a super nice house or anything like that. I don't want to buy my own properties. I don't want to be the owner. I don't mind renting it and all sorts of other things. So yeah, avoid whatever the heck is in the road, probably a dead thing. So it's very realistic. When I make the calculations and I look, because I don't think I want to get one of these cars now. That's very unrealistic. That's an unrealistic goal. My goals are based on a timeline and in calculations, and I go, this makes sense. Even with all these factors put into play, this is still realistic. My dreams will be achievable, and I will work hard to get them. So yeah, M3 E46 and R34 GTR. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. I should probably turn around, but I don't know when I can do that. Yeah, because I'm just kind of going off into the middle of nowhere. I'd rather not cross county borders or something silly. I can turn around here, though. Let's see. Cows! We're just using this person's driveway to turn around. Yeah. All right, here we go. I don't even have to wait. So it's really funny. I guess third gear grinds a little bit more than most because of how long the throw is, maybe, I don't know. But I'm able to drive fast without making it grind. I just can't, like, do the throws super quickly. If I try to jam it into third gear much faster than I normally do it now, it does grind. And maybe that's something to do with the synchros, I don't know. But I'm capable of adjusting my driving where the gears don't grind. So I think it's a combination of both the gearbox and also my driving, which I'm willing to admit, because I'm no, like, motorsport professional, awesome driver, and I don't have an ego that I have to defend at all costs. But yeah, it's really nice driving though. I really enjoy it. It's nice. It's nice. It was a very deep thought from Tom there. Also, by the way, I've turned off like the voice on the GPS, so now it doesn't say things like, make a left, or do this, or do that. We don't have to worry about that. It's not going to interrupt me, and I'm not going to shout, shut up, like Brian O'Connor in The Fast and the Furious. Apparently he did that a lot in those movies, shouting at technology and cars to shut up. Both in the first movie and in the fourth one. First one was at the weird laptop in the Eclipse, and the second time was in the Skyline in the fourth movie at the GPS. So as you guys know, I am mostly, or at least as you guys can tell, more like, I've never explicitly said this, I don't think. I am more of a tuner and exotic car guy. So I like cars from Europe and Japan more than most cars. So I like cars like this. I like the Skyline. I like the M3. I like cars from the UK, like McLaren and Aston Martin. You never really hear me talk that much about American muscle, and that's because it doesn't. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't like them as much. It's not really my style, more or less. The big power, heavy muscle cars and things like that. But lately they've started to change and kind of get with the times, and they've started becoming faster and better at cornering and other things like that. Like for instance, not too long ago, there was a test between a 911 Carrera, might have been a 911 Carrera 4S or an S or something like that, or maybe even a turbo, I don't know. And they put it up against a Chevy Camaro Grand Sport, the C7. And the C7 lost in the drag race, was a better handling car than the Porsche, which, who would have thought? But you know, that's cool. The Corvette isn't necessarily a muscle car I would choose. In my opinion, my favorite muscle car right now is the 2016 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350. Whether it's the GT350R or just a normal one, I really like that car. And I like the engine in it too, with a flat plane crankshaft, naturally aspirated, like 500 to nearly 600 horsepower. I think it looks awesome, sounds awesome. And yeah, that's, if I ever got a muscle car, it would be that. And yeah, because it has the neat engine. Like the flat plane crankshaft, that was the first thing I ever heard about it, was the flat plane crankshaft. And that drew me towards it because I knew that most muscle cars have cross-plane ones, and that's why most muscle cars have the sound. That's called the V8 burble. The burble. And so I decided I liked that one because of that, and because it looked nice, and because I always kind of liked Mustangs. And while I didn't like the new 2015 in-on body style at first, the GT350 and also Von Gittin Jr.'s RTR Spec 5 with the wide body flares, after I saw that in the GT350, I thought, okay, yeah, I do like the new Mustang. The Moo Mustang. The Moo Newstang. Bleh.